Bob Mumford here, and I would like to experiment a little bit with you and deal with a theme that was very, very complex for me. As I understood Christ, the kingdom, and the things we were dealing with, I heard the Lord say really, really clearly, you have to change your attitude. And all of us know that we need to change our attitude, but find it extremely difficult to do that, and to do it effectively, or even to do it permanently. And so if you would allow me, I'd like to walk you through what I believe to have been my own journey to be transformed from a sheriff to a farmer. If you can see what I want to show you, I don't know anything would help you more for us to be able to properly represent. I was invited to speak to about 40 pretty key leaders, and so I went to the Walmart. Actually, I had to go to 2 Walmarts to get enough badges, 10 badges for everybody in the room, and there was about maybe, I don't know, 25, 30, I guess. And so I went out and bought all these 10 badges, and so when it was my time to talk, I was a little bit nervous, and I said, I brought you some authority here, and so I personally walked around, gave every one of them this tin badge, and I said, now after I talk, I want you to give me some kind of response. And so I gave them all this tin badge, and so then I said these words: Father is a farmer. He has never been a sheriff. And it hit it just hit there. And they all saw, I think for the first time, they had this sheriff badge, tin sheriff badge pinned on them. And they saw for the first time that our job is a farmer, not a sheriff. Now, the implications behind this is that once the castle door of anybody's heart, once that castle door is closed, you might as well be quiet, because when the castle door is open, people are responding. When the castle door is closed, nobody can hear us. I don't care how deep or criticism or how much Bible verses you use, nobody can hear us. Now the church has seen itself as the sheriff, and I felt the Lord say to me and to us, you're not a sheriff, you are a farmer. And then all kinds of things started to open up, and I began to realize that there's a verse in Timothy that says, the farmer must first partake of the fruit. I thought, okay, the farmer must first, because authenticity is when I am a farmer and I am partaking of the fruit, my attitude starts to change, and I find myself looking at things very differently. What does that mean? It means something like what Paul said. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. And I felt, forgive me, but I felt insight to that was a child's thinking isn't wrong. It's inadequate. They're not thinking in dimensions that is more workable, but the child's thoughts are valuable and real and authentic. And so I thought, oh my goodness, if I'm a good parent, I don't attack the thoughts. I begin to cultivate what is going on. So the farmer sees things as a farmer. He sees the need to open this thing, to nourish it, to water it, to bring it to a maturity that would bring fruitfulness. Criticism doesn't do it. Antagonism doesn't do it. And so when Jesus says in John 15:1, my Father is a farmer, it swept over me. Now, what I did was pretty dramatic. I went back through all those leaders and I took the badge back. And they actually experienced something when I said, you are a sheriff no longer. You are a sheriff no longer. And several, kind of maybe 6, 8 of them just sat there in tears, because my attitude was changing. Now I can be with hurting people. I can be with people who are doing strange, crazy things that would not be, quote, biblical, but I can be there as a farmer, and they allow me to speak into the thing because I want to nourish, I want to water, I want to cultivate, I want to bring them to manhood. And then James says, the husbandman, the farmer, waits for the fruit of the land. And I appeal to you. I appeal to myself and to all of us. If we could shift our attitude from a sheriff to a farmer, the hurting world could hear us more clearly.